Previously, our intrepid Hellbreakers met with Ethan Howell, a wounded Eagle Knight soldier who has agreed to lend their martial expertise to the League. After a night of carousing in Breach Hill's temple to Caden Kalin, they set off across the country to Sarangallo. Though, with news out of Elidir that the Isgari government has placed a bounty on dissidents and revolutionaries, the trip may be more fraught than they anticipated. 19th of Roba.
With sketchy legal recourse, I must say.
I'm going to get to you. Let me do the date. It's okay. 19th of Rova, 4725, Absalom Reckoning. We begin on a road leading out of Breach Hill. Ethan Howell has purchased a horse and a wagon in town and sits on the buckboard. Their Eagle Knight armor stowed in a simple sack behind them. Augustus, do you think you're riding in the wagon, or do you think you're walking alongside the wagon?
Oh, of course I am riding in the wagon.
Okay, maybe your feet are dangling out the back, and you've grabbed the copy of the
bounty notice.
The bounty notice, because the people of Breach Hill they're not hanging it up. So after the herald basically left, you snatched it down, and you've been reading over it for the past hour or two since the morning. And we're just gonna start off with a straight up legal lore check, because I know you've got it.
Thank you.
Nice. Not eagle lore, but legal.
Legal lore. That's a different one. Legal lore.
Legal. Different than Eagle Knight lore. Alrighty.
Would be, yeah.
Alrighty.
Oh, that was almost a natural 20.
It was almost, it was still pretty good. 21 is still very good. So you're reading over this, and it begins by the grace and generosity of her infernal magistrix, Queen Abigail Thrune II of Cheliax, I, Hedven VI of Isgir, do hereby proclaim a bounty upon all revolutionaries and dissidents to the matter of 20 gold per head, and yada yada yada. And it kind of goes on. It doesn't really give a lot of definition of what revolutionary or dissident even means, and you know that even a halfway decent lawyer could, in a legal court, basically sort of say, if this were to come to a matter of going to a sedition trial, would be able to point at this and go, this doesn't do, this is not a good price, doesn't provide prudent burden of proof, excuse me, is what I was trying to say there, to make sure this, that, and the other thing. But at that point, that person would have already been arrested. Who knows what in any kind of jail? Would there even be a trial after that? So this is, it probably rankles you, right? How shoddy this sort of is.
It is done, and it could have been done so much better with just a little bit of additional legal I struggle to avoid pulling out my quill in order to improve it.
Redlining it.
But I shan't. I shan't do so.
Very good. Very good. with Hod in the maybe probably walking alongside the wagon, just ready with the.
Oh yes, Hod is walking.
Stuff. Yes, ready with basically some stuff. So yeah, you're heading out. It's still pretty early morning. Though as compared to the past few days, it's actually a bit cloudy. There's presaging probably a storm coming as you move along. Ethan explains it's going to be a little less than a week to get from Breach Hill to Sarangallo. And actually, I want to bring you all to a little map of Isgir so we can kind of get an idea of where we're going, what we're seeing. Breach Hill, sort of up here in the sort of northeast corner, you're just kind of making a straight shot instead of taking the more well-traveled road south to the river here and then taking a river ferry to Sarangallo. You're kind of traveling across, they're roads. There's roads, but they're not well kept exactly. They're not main traffic, but the horse and the wagon isn't going to throw a wheel or anything like that as you move along. I do want to ask though, who is anyone else riding in the wagon, or are you just sort of walking alongside? Especially you, Flak. I mean, as goblins are notoriously afraid of horses.
I want nothing to do with it.
Yeah, so you're keeping a distance, but not going. Maybe you're even a little bit off the road since you're pretty rugged.
Honestly, horses are fine with some herbs and stuff to improve the taste. They're kind of bland otherwise. Little stringy, little tough, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're walking. Tad, what about you?
I'm walking, but I'm not off in the brush. I'm walking like maybe just ahead of the horses. Because I'm barefoot. I don't want to be behind the horses.
Smart.
Good point.
Smart.
Good
Yeah,
point.
yeah. Good point. Misera?
I think I am probably more accustomed to being in carriages, so I'm probably sitting in the carriage.
Okay, maybe you're sitting on the buckboard alongside
Yeah.
Ethan.
Or like, I
Yeah.
don't know, even on the back or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
However it's
Or
set
next
up.
to Augustus. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Nolastri.
Nola's walking.
Nola's
they're
walking along.
they're used to walking, and like they don't really like to be inside of carriages and things that are very constrictive. So
Yeah.
if at all she can avoid it, Nola is
Yes.
outside.
When you're walking, are your wings like the angles of your wings sticking like straight up, or are they kind of over you? Like, how do your wings go when you're walking?
Kind of like they, for the most part, kind of like live up on the shoulders, so like kind of folded in over the shoulder blades almost.
Yeah, okay. That's another question. How many of you are taking any sort of trouble to disguise your ancestry?
A
If at
little
all.
bit.
Yeah. Or heritage, right?
Yeah.
In the case of Misera. Yeah. Okay. Halflings, gnomes, probably not so big, goblin. Flak is proud to be a goblin, it seems like, so he's probably not hiding it in any. And again, you're not like it's not like you're outlawed or hunted or anything.
Or more like indifferent to what other people think.
Yeah, fair enough.
Really, yeah, I don't care.
So it's a day's travel. You move along here. Aethrin is talking to you, Nola, maybe asking about like, hey, where you're from. You're just getting a little background on you, just sort of making idle chit chat, trying to keep spirits a little up after what happened that morning. You get to an inn that night without incident. You do notice that on a board right outside the inn are two more of these notices, these bounty notices. And there's some, the innkeeper's like, this town, this country, can't trust anyone, can't go anywhere. What's up?
I collect the two notices and hand them to Augustus.
Okay, you're tearing them down. Nice. Okay, yeah.
I confirm they are drafted just as skilllessly as the one I have. They're identical.
He likes these, so I gave them to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone in some scriptorium somewhere has written out identical copies of like probably hundreds and hundreds of these, and they've been being posted all along the countryside. That herald was probably moving ahead of you, and these notices are maybe like a couple hours old at most.
Wait! Save those because sometimes we run out of toilet paper.
I shall save them, and my filthy goblin friend, if you don't mind grabbing any others that we find. I will keep these as well. I dread that the shame of poor legal language is being strewn across all of Isger.
See, he likes them.
He likes them.
He
likes them.
Yeah.
And this sort of pattern kind of repeats for the next couple of days. You travel for the day. It's maybe about 8-9 hours of wagon travel. There's a roadside inn that you're able to stop at. You're also seeing some of these notices posted on like wooden fences that line the road, just sort of on posts here and there. Are you collecting each of them as you go?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Terrific. Nail to trees, that kind of stuff, right? Like all that whatnot. And the sort of the mid-afternoon on the fourth day, which of course would be 23rd of Rova, 4725, you come to a small village, which there's a little signpost outside. It's called Draymore. And it is literally like a one road town. There's a road that runs through it. A couple buildings on each side. It's got a tavern. It's got like a general supply store, a couple sort of houses. Obviously, most people seem to be probably living in farm outskirts, but come into town for that. But there's a couple of people who clearly live in town. Nathan says, stops the horse, pulls it up, and says, "We just need to get a few more supplies. I'm gonna head into the general store if you don't mind. If I've been watching over the wagon, appreciate it." And he heads inside. He's in there for maybe about 10 minutes. They're in there for maybe about 10 minutes when 5, let's face it, louts come out of the local tavern. They are wearing, each of them is clearly visibly this sort of hastily made patch of the Cheliax flag on their tunics, and they are carrying little maces and crossbows, but they're not wielding them. They're just sort of clearly on there. They're packing heat clearly, right? And they're all the 5 of them look a little bit drunk,
Of course.
maybe a little tipsy at best. And here,
What's
we're gonna
their
bring you all into the
species? What's
story.
their ancestry?
Oh, human. These 5 humans.
Okay. Those humans can
let's bring the party into
never hold their
this.
liquor. I tell you.
Well, that's certainly
Here we are.
true.
Oh no, Flak, you're so near the horse. So like you feel free to move yourself, set yourselves around near the wagon here. If you want to be in the wagon, that's also good. As we sort of as these 5 kind of head out. And you can see here these chuckleheads look a little bit like this when they're a little more
Oh man,
aggressive.
these are like
They're not-
children.
Oh
Yeah,
God,
they're
you're right.
It's like a
probably-
22-year-old.
probably-
God, you're right.
Yeah.
No.
They're not old folks,
Yeah.
but there's probably a little bit of range there. There's probably like 20, maybe there's one that's about 30, 35 years
yeah.
old. In fact, the oldest of them is kind of puffing up his chest as he comes out and he spots the wagon. And he starts kind of like looks at his friends and takes a couple steps closer. And especially sort of this like looking at you, Flak, with a little bit of side eye, and then talks directly over your head to the rest of you.
It's fine.
What brings you to Draymore? It's your business here, strangers.
I guess I'll like step out of the like carriage a little bit and just be
Okay.
like, look,
Yeah.
it's we're really just passing through. Things are getting real crazy out in the streets. We're trying to get to someplace safer.
Yeah, you're telling me. Looks like there's war brewing out there, and it would be amiss if just let 5 strangers just sort of pass through our little town.
Well, I think you're 5 strangers in this little town.
Yeah.
I've lived here all my life.
I don't know that.
Okay.
Can you prove that?
Why should I have to prove it?
Why should we?
I was here first.
Yeah. Why should we?
No, we were here. You just walked out.
We're all here for
No,
this.
no. We were in this tavern.
What's the deal here,
That's all I
fellas?
got.
Do you want to try to confuse them? Essentially,
It
Don't
doesn't
look
seem
super
very
bad.
difficult.
Yeah, sure.
How's your deception?
I actually don't know. Let me see. It looks like a 0.
I have a 1.
I mean, mine's pretty good, but I don't know if I'm trying to confuse
Do you
them or
want
trying
to?
to just tell them to go away.
Yeah, I mean, they look. If you want to intimidate them too, you can do that. Attempt that, or you can just start blasting.
Fireball.
you.
Why would we start blasting? They're
Start
just
blasting.
a bunch of kids that came out of a tavern.
They're kind of forming like a little bit of a wall here.
Oh, look at that. They're in a
as they approach
perfect
it,
20 by 20
Well,
shape.
yeah.
What about that?
Yeah. You don't have fireball yet. You're level
Fireball.
1.
Sort of like naturally, Nolastri like expands their wings to their full wingspan, which is not like as big as like not big enough for flight, obviously. But like instinctively to kind of like cover anyone behind them, and because they're like she's not sure what they're gonna do, so
Right. Yeah.
wings.
There's
out.
a little. They're taking a little bit aback. They don't probably
Right.
see a whole lot of strix around these parts. And I think 2 of the 2, this guy here and this guy here, they draw their crossbows, but not like just sort of like whoa, out of like fear. Like, whoa.
Yeah.
And the older fellow is like,
All right.
Now
Okay,
I
look,
know you want to give a good welcome to people just passing through, and I'll gesture to Misera, my friend, and say we wanted to just maybe smooth things over with a little bit of talk.
"Ugh,
And I'll kind of
Well.
nod and gesture.
Look, we really just want to pass through.
Mhm.
How do we know you ain't with those rebels?
I walk
I was
on
born
over
in
to them,
Cheliax.
and I just like pull my
Sure,
hood
yeah.
down and look them straight in the eye. Do I look like a rebel to you?
Oh, you're one of the touched. Do you want to give me like an intimidate with that?
Yeah,
Yeah. Love it.
intimidation or deception, either one, because I'm kind of lying.
May I
But
No, yeah, you're fine.
may I help?
Oh, you want to do aid along with that?
I would like to aid
Or do you wanna
along
make
with
your own
that. In that I kind of I want to aid along because I kind of set up Misera for
Yeah.
the discussion.
Sure. Just roll your. I think if you want to use your diplomacy, because you were being very nice about it, you want to use your diplomacy.
I was being nice about it.
Really can. I think you can.
I shall do so.
Yeah, just let's take a look.
Oh, it's a good roll.
There we are.
Nice.
Another great roll. So it ends up being a 21 total for that intimidation check. And the older one of them is like, oh boy, okay, well, all right, well, you can't be too careful, because some of the even some of the touched like yourself end up being, fighting against, because the Cheliax, they don't care too much about folks like yourself. I think it's a sign of weakness, is what I heard. No, and then the guy next to him, no, it's a sign of strength. They're hand in hand and fist with hell. He doesn't look completely convinced, basically, is what I'm getting at.
Yes, I'm well aware of the situation of how various rebels might look like your everyday citizens. Isn't that an unusuality?
And you'd be traveling with a green skin here. Pointing at Flak.
Uh-huh.
Well, he is our guide. He seems to know these lands relatively well.
I don't trust him.
Can I
Goblins.
designate the speaker as my prey?
As you should.
Yeah, I mean, you give him an eye.
Marking him.
Yeah.
Yep.
And,
Sure, I'll let that happen. Yeah. Do you want to do that in such a way that like lets him know you're doing it, or are you just doing it kind of quietly and silently?
No, just quietly and silently.
Okay, fair enough. He give
It's
me the
like
eye.
That guy's first.
yeah.
We'll call him this guy here.
Okay.
This guy.
That guy. Okay.
Yeah. It seems like Ethrin's taken a bit longer than hopefully you'd care
Look,
for it,
are
as
you-
these 5 guys are kind of
Yeah,
standing around.
that's taking a while.
yelling at
Maybe
you.
I should go check on Ethram.
Yeah. Look, are you guys gonna let us go, or do I have to like start reporting this whole town?
Oh, no, we're is Gary proud here, and we're loyal to Headvend. There's no need to report us, and Cheliax.
Right. So
You wouldn't find anyone here in this here town would say otherwise.
Sounds like they're
Good.
disrupting
Go
commerce, though. That can't be good.
Yeah. That can't be good. So go
You
home.
ain't buying anything.
We have
You're
a
And then
standing
friend
a
here
town
in the
called-
street.
We
And in a
can't.
town called Draymore, no less.
I know.
What do you mean by that?
Don't you know what a Dre is? My friend, I cannot imagine that your vocabulary is much larger than the distance that you have traveled. But everyone knows that a Dre is a type of wagon that one uses, as my friend says, in commerce. So when you say that we are not disrupting commerce, I would say in Dre more, no less. You see, sort of a vocabulary pun. But a vocabulary pun in honor of your town.
Ron, do you
Flak
want to give
really
me your
rolls
own
his
check
eyes.
here? I don't know. Do you have dad joke lore?
That's
Yeah,
so lore.
Thinking about switching my prey to Augustus.
I don't know, dazzle him with legal lore, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah,
I only roll
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to
12.
you. I'll give it to you.
He's the real threat
Okay.
here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
we're all
Um,
just sitting there like, what?
The one that didn't say anything like about like, oh, no, no, hand and fist. There's the third guy who's one of the ones that hasn't drawn their crossbows. Kind of elbows the speaker and the ribs and says, "Yeah, well, I think he's making fun of you." What do you mean? What are you saying? Making fun of me? I know what a dray is. Of course, I know what a dray is. Everybody knows what a dray is. It's a wagon that carries commerce
And
whatnot.
what's commerce?
What's commerce? Well, it's the vegetables and stuff. It's a type of vegetable, right? Isn't it?
Oh, that's good. Where's that Ethereum at anyway?
That's some commerce here.
Sir, might you mean a collard, perhaps? But at any rate, I think that we've already had a robust discussion about your vocabulary or lack thereof, and I think what we've come to is that in the interests of letting us simply move along out of your town, you were in the process of simply letting us move along out of your town.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this one here is a little pointing at you, Augustus. Talk real fancy. And so, I think they're all right, I guess. Cause I know them. I know them. Them Cheliaxes. Sometimes they're real highfalutin talks.
Devils do love their laws and documents.
All right. Oh, you're a lawyer, is you?
Aha. Yes, I'm afraid to say that there are devils who practice the art of the law that give the rest of us a bad name, shall we say. But lawyers are needed in all sorts of transactions, whether in the purchase of vegetables of all kinds or in the simple commerce as we are partaking. I keep, as you may note, moving back to commerce because I keep insisting that we be able to be on our way, as you just said a moment ago. So how about this? The group of you can be on your way and we shall be upon ours.
The first, the second of the guy who didn't know much about
Brains.
hand and fist. No, the main guy and his friend to his left says, I gotta get on home to dinner or anywhere. All right. I suppose you all can move along, and they kind of back off a little bit. Just as Ethan is coming out with some supplies,
some commerce
and whatnot,
Mhm.
and some
Right,
sharp
that's right.
commerce. Kind of looking
Having committed acts of commerce.
saying, is there kind of, I guess, coming up to you, Tad, behind you, and says, "Is there a problem here?"
No. Augustus made some weird joke, and I guess we're okay.
All right. Okay. Good. They saddle up get up on the buckboard again, and the wagon heads on out.
Okay.
You can feel them, the group kind of watching very steadily.
I'm kind of watching
as
them
you move
too.
along. Yeah. Giving you especially a bit of the stink eye, Flak, and you head out, and when Draymore is a little bit more behind you, you can feel Ethan kind of untense a bit.
We're like out of sight of them. I make like a deep sigh of like,
Well,
I don't want to have to do that at all.
yeah. Ethan says, looks like it's good you handled that without any kind of violence. I don't want to draw any
I didn't
attention
feel
to
like
ourselves
killing a
any more
bunch
than
of just street kids,
Street people.
punks, whatever they are.
I don't know. There's some people, you're gonna find in any kind of country like this. There's gonna be some people who are still loyal to that damn throne. I'm sure. Anyway, I got you some things.
Oh, good.
Oh,
While you're there, they had some stuff. The shopkeeper didn't realize that they were selling them. Looked like they were trying to get rid of them because not a lot of people had the coin to buy the stuff. But I did, so I thought I'd take it off your head, and maybe you can use it in the weeks and months ahead here. They hand you a potency crystal, and what looks like a kind of a whatchamacallit, aerodynamic kind of bottle. one might consider this an alchemist bomb of some kind. And they explain that this is the shopkeeper told me this is something that I was calling it an atrophy bomb.
Atrophy
Pretty
bomb.
good against
Atrophy bomb.
Yeah. Something pretty good against the I guess the living. Well, whatever. Hopefully they won't come to that. I'm gonna put I don't know who ever wants to carry these things, but I'm gonna put them in the party stash right now.
Okay.
Just a regular old potency crystal. Now, potency crystal, of course, is a talisman you put on your weapon. It takes about 10 minutes to affix. And then you can sort of, when you're about to swing it for about a round, you can have it be a +1 striking weapon for that round. So pretty good at early levels for sure.
Nice.
This is just basically a lesser, of course, atrophy bomb. And you can see that it does basically void damage, persistent void damage. It drains strength out of the living.
Wow. So nothing for second breakfast?
Nothing. Oh, there's food too. Yeah.
Oh, good. I was getting hungry. So
second breakfast, it's practically dinner time.
Oh, second
or
second
supper time,
lunch.
I
I don't
guess.
know,
It's
whatever
supper.
it is.
7th breakfast.
It goes breakfast, second breakfast, lunch, supper, dinner. I think.
Yes.
11th.
11 each.
Dinner
Eleven's
is
eleven.
11th.
I missed
And
11.
tea time.
And tea time.
I
Yes.
missed. Oh, forgive me.
I didn't know what time it was. I'm just hungry.
Terrific. Again, you head out get a little, put Draymore a little bit more behind you before evening fully falls, and you're able to. This time, I think this particular evening, you've got to kind of camp out.
That's fine.
There's no good roadside inn to sort of sleep in, and Ethan's got some tents in the back for people where you can sleep in the wagon or sleep under the wagon to keep the dew off you in the morning. It's something that I was reading a book that I was reading happened a bunch apparently.
Very fun.
And it is about another day later, coming on to a full day later, coming on to evening, when Serengalo is not exactly in sight, but you've got one more river crossing to do. The Canarica River is there, and Serengalo is just sort of right on the other. There's basically there's an inn on the other side of this river, and then another sort of maybe a couple hours to Serengalo. So it's a bit in the distance, but I think it's clearly you're getting closer to quote unquote civilization. And of course, there is a ferry crossing here.
Excellent.
And big enough, obviously, for a wagon and a horse. And there's but as you're sort of where we're approaching, you see the ferry is sort of launching off. Looked like it had a sort of a larger party in it, and there's a sort of a ferryman shack on this side of the river, next to the dock. And right now, it's basically there's sort of a really hastily scribbled kind of sign. This basically says, be back in 15 minutes or however 20 minutes, or however long it's going to take for the ferry to get there and come back, right? And you're all just basically have to wait there for a little bit.
I certainly don't mind the wait if it seems we'll be more likely to be by ourselves on this crossing rather than pressed in among those who may seek to do us ill.
Yeah.
Not
Or
get
really
that
crowd us
cold.
in and smell bad. Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I think that we can't avoid that in any case, and I give a look down at Flak.
So we obviously here's the horse and the wagon. Oh, let's get Ethan in here as well.
I really like the soundscape here.
soundscapes on this. These are all the we're just so you know that we are using the old the official Foundry modules for this, and they come with delicious sounds.
The waterfowl began quacking, and I was like, "Ooh!"
Pretty active for this time of evening.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It seems like they are these here birds. I would love everyone, and so I don't have to do it, but
And
I
we
would love
would love
everyone
you
to make
too.
for me a secret perception check.
Okay.
A secret perception. check.
Yes. To do that, you basically want to. It's a blind GM roll. It's called here in Foundry. So you're gonna, if you can just sort of click that under the chat, or just when the roll comes up, show it as a blind GM roll.
And if you're looking at your character sheet, it's the
Yeah.
eye with the slash through it under
I have the slash
perception.
to it, yes.
Yeah, but the character sheet doesn't work for the rolls necessarily, does it? I thought when it popped out,
It does work, but if you have it popped, unless you have it popped out.
Yeah, if you have it popped out, it does.
Okay.
That should have done it.
Okay. As you're all waiting, where are you sort of positioned around the wagon and whatnot, and the sort of shack that's right here, and you can see the pier and the river kind of flowing quite nicely.
Nola sort of always takes the most defensive position in general, so probably close to the back here to keep watch for who's coming, because she's not particularly worried about the ferry.
Yeah, fair enough.
Flak's going to be over here by these rocks and tree. Good place to hide if need be.
Okay.
What time of day is it?
It is like duskish.
Oh, then I am right by the wagon. I'm gesturing to Hod to fetch my thicker evening coat so that
you don't get chilly.
So that I can change into it for the evening.
You're about to like cross a river too. It might be a little colder right on the water there. So
exactly.
So you're busy getting a little your coat there. Flak, you're maybe sort of kind of looking at the foliage and whatnot. Maybe seeing some sort of animal tracks or looking to get a bird. Tad, you're by the horse, it looks like, just kind of.
Yeah, that's why I've been. Again, I don't want to be behind the horse.
Yeah.
I don't want to step on that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Nola and Misera, the two of you are, no, maybe the most on high alert here. Nola, you are sort of looking behind, but then like you kind of like feel like you hear something coming from the river itself, right? And Misera, you were able to spot this sort of before anybody else. Kind of like something. It's the sun is sort of setting to across the river, so like looking in that direction is a little, you're getting a little glare from off the river and whatnot. But you're noticing that there's like something moving across almost moving across the light. Up over the horizon, coming sort of like a little bit down the river, but not in the river itself, kind of above the river. There are two, for a second, for like 30 seconds, you're like, oh, that's a couple birds just sort of flying, across my sight line through the sun. But then they get a little bit closer and they resolve themselves to be a little bit bigger than that. And as they get even a little bit, you can hear this leathery flapping of these two giant things. And as they kind of like, as your eyes kind of adjust to the light, Misera, you can see that these are giant, like I'm talking huge bats. And there's something very, very wrong with them.
Okay.
Because do this. They look like this.
Like what?
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's wrong.
He's having a bad day.
They are sort of moving quite swiftly at the lot of you. Oh gosh, hold on one moment. We'll put them on the board here. And as soon as we're gonna as they get this close, it's sort of when the horse begins to sort of like smell something and rear. Ethan's sort of like holding the reins in to make sure that the horse isn't panicking. And both of these bats kind of simultaneously that sounds just from the back of the throat and from the depths of hell itself. And I think that's where we're going to end it for this particular episode.
Oh.
We'll pick up next time with a bat attack.
Bat attack. Dun, 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 dun.
Bat attack. Okay.